our time most qualitatively through the study of Vedanta and Yoga, even if it is difficult. When we are continuous, consistent in this, the difficulty aspects go away. We will be able to grasp the content, the meaning, the essence. That will reveal to us that what a best thing we have done. Because through the study of this, the ultimate goal and means are revealed to us. Many people at this elderly age, how to spend the time not knowing it, whether they are worried in so many or they become only indulgent in variety of the bhoga, which adds to so much of vasana samskara that the further lives also they have decided to be worldly, not spiritual. You and I, with all our outer inabilities that we can't do anything, are still spending time qualitatively through the study of Shastra. It is really laudable, commendable. Let us keep it up. And let us add genuineness, sincerity to our study so that the study, as just now said, reveals to us the final goal to be reached and sadhana. And suddenly, miraculously, when we can become sadhaka of the sadhya paramatma vastu, it is a achievement of, you know, what do you say? You can't calculate it. It's a thousand lives of effort in that way you can't. Like a person, pauper, no sufficient food also, even one time per day. Suddenly the lottery clicks to him and he becomes Karodapati. Can you imagine what will be its state of being? Same will be our life if through the study casual of the Shastras, suddenly we jump into become the Adhyatmika Sadhaka with Paramatma as the goal. Then we have bypassed a thousand lives of samsara and which have tendency of multiplying, which just now we studied in our Vedanta Shastra, the Shvetashvatara Bhashya. So we have to, for ourselves, know what we are doing is good, and we have to inspire ourselves, and we have to take vow to be continuous, consistent on this path, and we have to take initiative to be true and serious and sincere and genuine in doing every step perfectly. This is how we can help ourselves more and more. We have already started helping ourselves because we are studying Shastra. May the Guru Parampara, the Lord, bless all of us. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद वेदांत योग साधन द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पूर्वाभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्धस्माकं सह सर्वेषाम् आयुरारोग्यादि शक्त्यादि प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन दिव्य कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणां मध्ये साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योग दर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं प्रार्थना नमस्काराः। Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Om Kapila Maharshe Namaha, Om Kapila Maharshe Namaha, Om Kapila Maharshe Namaha, Om Patanjali Maharshe Namaha, Om Patanjali Maharshe Namaha, Om Patanjali Maharshe Namaha, Om Vyasa Maharshe Namaha, Om Vyasa Maharshe Namaha, Om Vyasa Maharshe Namaha, Om Atashri Patanjali Maharshi Pranita योग दर्शन शास्त्र तृतीय पाद विभूति पाद सूत्राणि ओम देशबंध चित्तस्य धारण देशबंध चित्तस्य धारण तत्र प्रत्यय एकतानता ध्यानम तत्र प्रत्यय एकतानता ध्यानम तदेवार्थमात्र निर्भासम स्वरूप शून्यमिव समाधिः तदेवार्थमात्र निर्भासम स्वरूप शून्यमिव समाधिः त्रयम् एकत्र संयमः त्रयम् एकत्र संयमः तज्जयात् प्रज्ञालोकः तज्जयात् प्रज्ञालोकः तस्य भूमिषु विनियोगः तस्य भूमिषु विनियोगः तदन्तरङ्गम् त्रयम् अन्तरङ्गं पूर्वेभ्यः. So this is the Sutra 7 we are studying. Trayam Antarangam Purvebhya. Purvebhya Panchebhya. So compared to the earlier 5 sadhanas, these are Antarangam. So what is the special mentioning of this thing is, ki unless the Bahiranga is done, one cannot be able to do successfully the Antaranga. So too, we should not stop at the Bahiranga sadhana level. We have to do the Antaranga also. So Antaranga, Bahiranga, all together 8 Anga. Antaha Anga, Bahihi Anga. Antaha Anga 3, Bahihi Anga 5. Total Ashta Anga is the yoga. The limbs, the 8 Angas make it, the Angi, the yoga, the complete. We have to understand, we have to do. So, Tate Tat Dharana Dhyana Samadhitrayam Antarangam Samprajnatasya Samadhehe पूर्वेभ्यः यमादिभ्यः पंचभ्यः साधनेभ्यः इति. दिस इज द व्यास भगवान भाष्य. पूर्वेभ्यः यमादिभ्यः पंचभ्यः साधनेभ्यः. कंपेयर, भ्यः मीन्स कंपैरिजन. The fifth case, compared to the 5 earlier yamadi sadhanas, these 3 are antaranga. And for what? More important thing which we will discuss today is samprajnatasya samadhehe. So this indicates that don't stop at the Antaranga sadhana level, go to the Samprajnata Samadhi level. Therefore, Samprajnata Samadhi is the Lakshya of this Ashtanga Yoga, and that is achieved by all the Angas, and that is divided into 2. One is Bahiranga, second is Antaranga. Without doing Bahiranga, we cannot do Antaranga. Without doing Antaranga, we cannot have the Samyak Prajnata Samadhi. Some Prajnata Samadhi is our goal at this. Okay. It also indicates another interesting thing. What is it? Our ultimate goal is not Samprajnata Samadhi. Our ultimate is Asamprajnata Yoga, where we are one with the self, where Vrutthis along with their samskaras are zero. Chitta will be there for using it for post realization. है ना. आत्मज्ञानी होने के बाद इवन योग मार्ग में आत्म प्राप्ति करने वाले में ही आफ्टर दैट दे आर अलाइव और दे जस्ट डाइड, दे आर अलाइव, they are functioning like us. So whenever functioning is there, chitta has to be there only. So samskaras have gone. That's why yoga chitta nirodha. It is not said like that. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, it is said. So the vrittis along with samskaras go away. Chitta remains for utilization, but it won't be binding. I know I am the pure self. That's called tada dastu swarupe avastha. In Vedanta, that chitta without samskaras, without vrittis is nothing but chit only. That chit, anubhuta, realized saint, projects out of him only the chitta if he has to conduct. That is our final goal. That's called asamprajnata yoga nirbija samadhi. So, but that therefore will not be achieved by this Samyama Chitta. Samyama Chitta can help us up to reaching Samprajnata Samadhi. So, Trayam Antarangam Purvebhyaha. So, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, Sadhana, Trayam Samprajnata Samadhi Antarangam Purvebhyaha, Yamadibhyaha, Panchebhyaha, Sadhanebhyaha. So tadetat dharana dhyana samadhi trayam antarangam samprajnatasa samadhehe purvebhyah yamadibhyah panchabhyah sadhanebhyah iti. Hmm. 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 So yesterday we have seen the example ki I have never started yoga. I have to start with yama. Yama I conquered. I have to come to niyama. Proof of yama niyama conquering is ability of the asana. Asana when stabilized, one must do the paranayama. Pranayama, when we have done all the beautiful things done, we have to aim at the pratyahara. Once the pratyahara is achieved, then we have to reach to the effort of doing dharana, deshabandha. Then effort of dhyana, that is vastu bandha. Then third one is samadhi, the art of becoming one with the dheya vastu, losing our own identity. Losing means transcend our own specified separation or the identity. Samadhi. Now, इसमें क्या है? Each of the yoga sadhaka in one life, one state he conquers. For the next conquering, they will be getting another life. So one example of Jada Bharata is what? His Bahiranga sadhanas are over in the earlier lives. Only Antaranga sadhanas he had to do in this. Bharat की बात कह रहे. Then when he became Jada Bharata, even Antaranga sadhana were also earlier achieved. Only finer touches were there. That also is over. Therefore, he is into the Asampragnata Yoga Sthiti of total Vritti Nirodha, Chitta Samskara Nirodha. Therefore, he is in the Atmanubhuti Kaivalya Prapti. And among us, many people we can see in the world, वो प्राणायाम करते हुए लटकते रहते हैं. That means what? They have dharana dhyana, yama niyama asana हो गया उनका. Then only they are doing pranayam. Some people are hanging with the asanas. So they have done yama niyama. In this life they are busy in asana. Some are only in serving the world, etc. That means they are all in the first one, the yama sadhana only. Ahimsa satyaste brahmacharya parigya. So some are disciplining themselves through शौच संतोष दवस्वाद. इसका मतलब पिछले जन्म में हमने योग पढ़ा, अब को थोड़ा कर पाए. Now the second limb they are doing here. These are examples to say that how the people evolve in one life after the other in each of the limbs. So to in Jnana Marga also. No, Shamadama Parama Titikshadi एक जन्म में मिलते हैं. श्रद्धा समाधान मुमुक्षुत एक जन्म में. Then Guru Upasadanam, Guru Seva. Maybe depending on my quality of the Antakarana, 10 janama I may need only to serve the Guru. That's it. He will not teach me anything. After that 11th janma, he may start teaching me. Then only I may evolve. Ye sab subjective hote hain. One cannot be compared with the other. So too in bhakti. One life goes only for Shravanam. You're all doing that. Then next life Kirtanam. Then becomes the bhakti to the mind level called as Smarana. अब नहीं आएगा स्मरण, अभी तो दुनियादारी स्मरण आएगी, बट श्रवण करते जाना. Maybe I am in the Kirtanam level, not Smarana level. I will have to go to Smarana level next life. Then after Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, that is Karmendriya, Jnaniya, Antarkarana, we have learned to put on God. Then only comes the Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandaram, the Asyam Sakyam. All they are higher sadhanas, not the lower. Okay. So in this way, Trayam Antarangam Purvebhya, understood? Dharana Dhyana Samadhi are the Antaranga sadhanas to achieve the Sampargnata Samadhi. And for the Sampargnata Samadhi, Yamanima Asana Prana Pratyahara are the Bahiranga sadhanas. So, which things sadhanas we have to do? Bahiranga or Antaranga? First Bahiranga we have to do, then only we can do Antaranga. Both of them we have to do, which leads to the Sampargnata Samadhi. That is our goal. After this, now comes next one, a very interesting thing. Our goal is not the Sampragnata Samadhi. Something is beyond. Something beyond. And that is called as Asampragnata Samadhi or Yoga, which is otherwise called as Nirbija Samadhi, which was the last two sutras of the first Samadhi Pada. Nirbijam, last sutra tha ki nahi? Remember 54, 55 sutras? That is our goal. Now be attentive. For the Nirbija Samadhi, Sthiti, when it is called as Nirbija Samadhi, there are no bijas. When there are no bijas, there are no Vrutthis. When there are no Vrutthis, there is no discussion of the Vrutti Nirodha or Vrutti Samyamanam. No, Vrutti Samyamanam is these three Antaranga sadhanas. They also become Bahiranga to this Nirbija Samadhi sadhana. Means be attentive. उसको पार करना पड़ता है. What it means is the Samyama Chitta, which we proclaimed so far to be one of the greatest achievements, is not the ultimate. It is intermediate stage only. We have to go even beyond that. Like we have done the Samyama Chitta. With the Samyama Chitta, Sampragnata Samadhi happened. Sampragnata Samadhi leads to Viveka Khyati. With that Viveka Khyati Sampragnata Samadhi, we are expected to be at the Apara Vairagya level. Once the Viveka Khyati awakens, the self is seen there other than the matter. And the goal being the self, slowly we go to the Paravairagya. When the Paravairagya is practiced for some time, what is happening there? The samskaras, the vruttis are going away. Then slowly we are going into the Asampragnata Sthiti. In that Asampragnata Sthiti, Vrutthis are not there. There is a question of controlling the Vrutti with respect to Deshakala Vastu. इनकी वहां जरूरत ही नहीं होगी. It's the next higher stage. From that standpoint, it is said that this Samyama sadhana is only Bahiranga sadhana. और ऊपर ऊपर वाला है, यहाँ मत रोको, आप खुश होकर आपको और भी भीतर जाना है. These are all for those who really take seriously the Yoga Marga for the Moksha and again study every sutra and the couple of the set of sutras and the topic conveyed in that. We are browsing through it first time, but at this time itself we can become sincere to take up this sadhana and become introverted. So now we are seeing the sutra number 8. What it says, Tadapi Bahirangam Nirbijasya, Tadapi Bahirangam Nirbijasya, Tadapi Bahirangam Nirbijasya. So for the Nirbija Samadhi, this Samyama sadhana also is Bahiranga. It is not the Antaranga, it is external, it is grosser, it is to be left, it is to be transcended. है ना? देखो, what is meaning of Samyama Chitta? Samyama Chitta is where the Chitta Vruttis are controlled with regard to Deshakala Vastu. मतलब अभी भी चित्त के वृत्तियां है कि नहीं? Our goal is not चित्त वृत्ति वाला स्थिति, our निर्बीज स्थिति. बीज नहीं है, इसलिए वृत्ति आ ही नहीं रहे हैं अपने आप, बाइंडिंग अस, है कि नहीं? When there are bijas, vrittis go on coming up. When the vrittis go on sprouted, I am forced to identify with them. That is the meaning of samsara vritti sarupyam इतरत्र, जो हमने थर्ड फोर्थ सूत्र में देखा. तो निर्बीज स्थिति में तो बीज ही नहीं है, तो वृत्तियां ही नहीं है, तो व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन ऑफ कंट्रोलिंग देम विद देश काल वस्तु. So this great Samyama Chitta also is in between stage, but definitely helpful. There is something beyond that also. So Tadapi Bahirangam Nirbijasya. This is Sutra. What Bhashyakara says to it, let us study. He says Tadapi. Tadapi means that which Antaranga Sadhanatrayam, the internal three sadhanas of Yama Niyama, Dharana Dhyana Samadhi, which was called as the Samyama Chitta, that is Nirbijasya Yogasya. For the Nirbija Yoga Samadhi. Nirbija yoga is asampragnata yoga. Nirbija yoga. See, And never get confused by these words, sampragnata, which we have very deeply studied in the beginning classes. Samyak prajna. Samyak prajna means a very clear awareness of the vrutthis that are there, and we are able to command them. Asampragnata means what? With the samskara or the roots eliminated, even vrutthis also are not there for us to become aware. Then what do? We become aware of our own selves. Becoming aware of self is being one with the self. That's called Kaivalya Prapti. If this is not done, with the vrittis are there, vritti sarupyata jarur ho jati hai. The one who is sarupa with vritti is called jiva samsari. The one who is free from the vritti is with one's own self is called mukta purusha. In yoga, we become sarva pratishtita, chitta continues. For even this mukta purusha to use it. In the Vedanta, chitta continues means the prakriti continues. For the Vedanti, nothing, only even the chitta also chitta. Everything is pure consciousness because we hold on to the sentences like ekameva dvayam brahma nehana nasti kinchana ityadi. That little difference, keep in mind, that's it. So, tadapi bahirangam nirbijasya means tadapi antaranga sadhanatrayam nirbijasya yogasya bahirangam bhavati. That becomes bahiranga sadhana for the nirbija yoga, which is our ultimate goal. Kasmat, why? Dekho, very important. Tad abhave bhavat iti. That's what I explained just now. Tad abhave means even the samyama chitta is transcended, then only nirvija samadhi is achieved. Because even though chitta is samyama, but still chitta vrittis to abhi operate kar rahe na. That's not our goal. So tadabhave bhavat means what? Only when this sampragnata samadhi is transcended, or the karana of sampragnata samadhi called as antaranga sadhana is transcended, one goes to the nirbija sthiti. As we explained right now, logically, see, samyama chitta is done, with that sampragnata samadhi is achieved, then aparavairagya used there to stay in that sampragnata samadhi for sufficient time. This aparavairagya with the sampragnata samadhi, when lived for long time, many years, lives sometime, slowly it starts giving the birth to viveka khyati. In the viveka khyati, what is it? There is purusha, there is prakriti. The differentiation starts being understood by us. When that also done for some time, the viveka khyati is nurtured properly, prakriti purusha viveka becomes more distinct and conspicuous. Then we have to identify with the purusha, not the prakriti. That's the moksha. Therefore, there is a need of bringing the the paravairagya. That paravairagya क्या करता है हमको? ये जो प्रकृति है उसको धीरे धीरे निरोध करने लगता है. प्रकृति में वृत्तियों को. Because we have paravairagya, you are not at all interested in the vrittis. Therefore, extroverted we are not becoming because we are not interested in the vrittis. Thus, the vrittis are not pushing outside. When that is not done, the karana of the vritti, called as samskara, also gets roasted slowly, gets eliminated. Thus, the bijas are going samskaras, then the vrittis also going away. Slowly, that results in what? Because of the paravairagya, the sampragnata yoga gets converted into asampragnata yoga. What is asampragnata yoga? That is the swarupa pratishta only, where there is nothing for me to identify with as a vritti. I am in my own self. So therefore, this nirbija samadhi of asampragnata yoga, called as kaivalya prapti or swarupa pratishta, will happen only when the chitta vrittis are transcended. Now, this samyama chitta is at the chitta vritti level only. Therefore, that has to be transcended. The transcending of that is called as tadabhave by Bhashyakara Vyasaji. So, tadabhave means when we transcend even samyama chitta, bhavat, the asampargnata samadhi is achieved. This is how the connection between the asampragnata yoga, before that the paravairagya, before that the viveka khyati, before that the sampragnata samadhi, before that the antaranga sadhana, before that the bahiranga sadhana. And for each of them to understand and practice, It can take months or the years or lives also, depending on how intensely we do. है ना? जैसे मैंने वो एग्जांपल दिया था 20-10 दिन पहले, व्हेन यू हैव टेकन अप ए वर्क, ओनली दैट वर्क यू डू एक्सक्लूसिव टू अदर्स, दैट इज अकम्प्लिश्ड इन मिनिमम टाइम. वो थोड़ा किया, छोड़कर और कहीं गए और छोड़कर गए, देन यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू डू इट. इट विल टेक मोर एंड मोर टाइम. लाइक किचन में फटाफट जाकर रोटी बनाना, 5, 10, 15 सेकंड, 20 सेकंड में, एक आधा मिनट हो जाता. बट टीवी देखते बनाओ, इट विल टेक 1 मिनट 2 मिनट फॉर मेकिंग वन चपाती. बिकॉज वहां भी देख रहे हो, इधर बेलन भी कर रहे हो, उधर भी इधर भी. आपको पता है कि नहीं वो? So in the same way, when we are interested in the world still and involvements or any other projects, we are for that time keeping away sadhana. That takes more time. Okay, you can know that in that making the sweaters wala kadai bunai. एक दिन 3 घंटे लगाते हैं तो इतना काम बनता है वो. सडनली अदर वर्क और थिंग कम्स और बुखार भी हो जाती है, दूसरा काम भी आता है, कहीं बाहर ही जाना पड़ता है. 10 दिन उसको छोड़ ही दिया तो उसका कोई प्रोग्रेस ही नहीं होता उसका. आफ्टर 10 days अगेन यू कम एंड यू स्टार्ट. In the same way, to some level of yoga sthiti we reach in one life, 10 lives we may get distracted in something, again 11th life we come, again we start from it. No, these are all possibilities. Why we have to know them? Then you decide that intensely, vigorously, rigorously, only by doing yoga sadhana to the exclusion of everything else, do you want to reach the goal very soon? It is your freedom. If not, then you involve in so many other things. Even the yoga sadhana is forgotten also for some time, some lives. ये किसके लिए बातें हो रहे हैं? जो ऑलरेडी साधना में आ गए. जो नहीं आए, फॉर देम व्हाट भगवान आदिशंकर has said, देव तिर्यंग नरादि योनिषु संचरन. After entering into spiritual path also, here we are discussing yoga marga. Therefore, yoga marga की बात कह रहे हैं हम कि even to do the bahiranga sadhana, few lives, antaranga sadhana, few lives, sampragnata samadhi practice for few lives, and when it is done for some time, then only the actual viveka khyati is born. Viveka khyati is very, very, very important in yoga darshana, in Vedanta also. In Vedanta, Viveka Khyati is what? I am the Sakshi, I am the pure conscious witnessing self. I have nothing to do with the thoughts of the mind or any of the upadhis. That is why, Yoganga Anushthanat Ashuddhikshaye Jnana Deepti Aviveka Khyate. That is how the Yoga Ashtanga started discussion. So, what is the take home point for the day today? Bahiranga sadhana kare, fulfill it in the antaranga sadhana. Both of them should be fulfilled in sampragnata samadhi. That should continue till viveka khyati happens. After that, through the paravairagya, aim at the nirbija samadhi. At the time of nirbija samadhi sadhana, even samyama chitta also is transcended. क्योंकि हमको आत्मा को पकड़ना है, चित्त को नहीं. Isn't it? We have to reach the destination, not that we are sitting in the car. Car may be high quality, it may be very fascinating, enchanting, enjoying, beautiful, but sitting in the car is never destination. After reaching destination, car छोड़ना पड़ता है. So too, the Samyama Chitta may be so beautiful in giving so many even siddhis, which we are going to study the entire, the third Vibhuti Pada after 2 or 3 sutras. Yet that is only a means, not the goal. So one day even that has to be transcended. Tadabhave bhavatu. Only even chitta, whether it's samyamita or non-samyamita, transcended, that we enter into the goal, nirvija samadhi. And that chitta has to be controlled definitely through this dharana dhyana samadhi. And that we can never do unless we separate our vyavahara with ourselves and the world, which is there in the bahiranga sadhanas. So Bahiranga sadhana, Antaranga sadhana, Sampragnata samadhi, Viveka khyati, then Paravairagyam, then Asampragnata yoga called as Nirbija samadhi or moksha. There Kaival, Sarupa Pratishtha, Kaivalya Prapti. When we think this way 10, 12 times, then slowly a meaningful understanding happens in us. A sequential understanding happens in us. More study, more clarity. Then apply it to oneself. Know where do we stand? What is the next sadhana to be done? उसको जानकर करते जाने से we consciously do. Therefore, we consciously certainly grow. That is how the yoga sadhana may we can go further. Now in tomorrow's sutra, this samyama chitta, its effects on the nirodha sthiti, its effects on the samadhi sthiti. Those important, very crucial topics are discussed. Little subtler they are. We will thoroughly study them. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tat Sat Brahman Manamastu.